Okay, let's just get right into this. Microsoft is about to pull the plug on hundreds of millions of perfectly good computers. Not because you did anything wrong, and definitely not because the hardware is broken, but because of a massive, looming cutoff date that honestly, most people haven't even heard of. When this deadline hits, millions of PCs are going to be left exposed and vulnerable. But hey, don't panic, that is exactly why we're here today. In this explainer, we're gonna map out exactly what's happening, why it absolutely matters to your digital safety, and the exact steps you need to take. Now, the sheer scale of this situation, it's honestly staggering, 60%. According to current usage stats, over 60% of all Windows computers worldwide are still running Windows 10. We are talking about hundreds of millions of machines, and there's a really good chance that the screen you're looking at right now is powered by one of them. And the crazy part is, the vast majority of people affected have absolutely zero idea this massive shift is coming. So here is our game plan for this explainer. We'll hit the 2025 deadline, jump into the compatibility hurdle, lay out your 3 options, talk about the cost of doing nothing, and figure out your absolute best path forward. All right, part 1, let's tackle that 2025 deadline. Circle it, highlight it, put it in your calendar. October 14th, 2025. On this exact day, Microsoft will officially and permanently end support for Windows 10. But, corporate terminology can be deliberately confusing. What does ending support actually mean for your day-to-day life? Let's clear the air on this right now. End of support does not mean your computer just suddenly shuts off or refuses to boot up, okay? Your photos, your files, all your programs, they'll still be exactly where you left them. What actually changes is that Microsoft is going to permanently stop sending you security patches. Those are the vital behind-the-scenes updates released every week to plug up new security holes before hackers can exploit them. On October 14th, 2025, that invisible shield just vanishes forever. And this creates a seriously growing cybersecurity danger. Imagine the locks on your front door stopped being updated, while every lockpick in the world just kept getting better and better. That is precisely what running an unpatched operating system feels like to a cybersecurity professional. Your computer becomes a sitting duck. Every single new vulnerability discovered by criminals after that date stays wide open permanently. Which brings us to part 2, the compatibility hurdle. Now, you might logically ask, well, why don't I just click the update button and move to Windows 11? Well, this is where the story gets incredibly frustrating. Up to 400 million existing PCs cannot officially upgrade to Windows 11. Nope, that's not a typo. Up to 400 million computers, many of which are perfectly functional, super fast machines that are maybe only 5 or 6 years old, are just entirely locked out of the Windows 11 upgrade path. Why the massive lockout? Because Microsoft has instituted some incredibly strict hardware requirements for their new operating system. Your machine needs an approved 64-bit processor, at least 4 gigs of RAM, and 64 gigs of storage. Honestly, most modern computers hit those marks no sweat. But the real roadblock, the one catching literally everyone off guard, is the TPM 2.0 chip. So what the heck is TPM 2.0? It stands for Trusted Platform Module. Basically, it's a tiny hardware security chip integrated right into your computer's motherboard. The huge issue here is that a lot of older yet totally capable machines either completely lack this specific chip, or they actually have it, but it's turned off deep down in the system settings. Luckily, to find out where you stand, Microsoft offers a free PC health check app. It takes maybe 30 seconds to run, and it'll tell you immediately if this little chip is the culprit holding you back. Okay, part 3, your 3 realistic options. Now that we've diagnosed the hardware problem, let's look at what you can actually do. You've got 3 main paths here. Option 1 is to upgrade. If your computer passes the health check, boom, this is a free, quick process and you should absolutely go do it. Option 2 is to buy new or refurbished. If your machine is just too old, you can find a really solid, certified refurbished PC for around $250 to $350, or a new one for up to $600. But what if you just aren't ready to drop cash on a new computer right now? That leaves option 3, extended updates. This acts as a temporary paid bridge starting at $30. Now, if you go with the extended security updates or ESU, you really need to understand how the pricing ramps up. Microsoft is offering these updates for home users, which is nice, but in year 1, it's a manageable $30. By year 2, it doubles to $60. And by year 3, you're shelling out $120 just to keep your old system patched. And remember, this does not happen automatically. You have to actively sign up and pay for it to buy yourself that breathing room. So what if you do absolutely nothing?
let's look at part 4, the risks of doing nothing.
It's super tempting to just ignore all these options, right? But if you let October 2025 pass without a plan, the risks grow steadily every single month. Cybercriminals literally stockpile vulnerabilities, just waiting for an operating system to lose support. An unpatched system is highly vulnerable to ransomware, the nasty stuff that encrypts your family photos and tax documents, demanding a payout to unlock them. You're also facing banking trojans that silently steal your passwords, and remote access attacks where bad actors gain complete control over your hardware without you even noticing a thing. And if you're sitting there thinking these threats are totally exaggerated, consider this massive number: $4 billion. Back in 2017, shortly after Microsoft ended support for Windows XP, a massive ransomware attack called WannaCry just swept the globe. It completely devastated hospitals, banks, and businesses that were still running the unsupported software, causing an estimated $4 billion in damages. And because Windows 10 is vastly more popular today than XP was back then, the scale of potential harm we're facing now is proportionally massive. So, facing down ransomware, banking trojans, and billions in potential damages, we have to ask the ultimate question: what is your safest path? Let's pivot from the terrifying risks to some incredibly practical, empowering advice. Let's wrap this up with part 5, the best path forward. We've broken down some personalized recommendations based on your specific hardware. First, if your PC passes the health check, don't wait, upgrade right now. It's free and straightforward. Second, if your PC is over 7 years old and fails, honestly, it's time to plan for a replacement. Start putting a little budget aside. Third, what if your PC is 4 to 6 years old and fails? This is the most frustrating scenario for sure. You should have a local tech check your BIOS settings to see if that TPM 2.0 chip just needs to be turned on. If it literally can't be, plan to use the $30 extended security update as a bridge. Oh, and there is one more fantastic, completely free alternative: Linux Mint. If you cannot afford a new computer right now, but your current hardware is perfectly fine, you aren't completely stuck. Linux is a free operating system, and versions like Linux Mint are specifically designed to feel incredibly familiar to Windows users. It has a bit of a learning curve, yes, but it is a highly secure, legitimate way to keep your perfectly good hardware running safely for years to come. And that brilliantly brings us to our final thought for this explainer: will you secure your digital front door before the lockpicks arrive in 2025? You have time, but not unlimited time. Don't let the October 2025 deadline force your hand into a panic. Take action today. Run that PC health check tool and ensure your digital life remains protected. Thank you so much for joining me to untangle this critical update, and I will see you on the next explainer.